Hello, beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Jackie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, when you're seeing this, it will be Sunday, February 19th, aka my 24th birthday. For my birthday, I am going on a trip to Key West with my mother, and I also bought myself a few books on thrift books, just as a little birthday gift to myself. So I thought in this video today I would show you all the books I bought myself for my birthday. So first, I bought myself the next two books in the Mr. and Mrs. Darcy Murder Mystery series by Carrie Bebris. Those are Suspense and Sensibility. That's not the right one. Those are Suspense and Sensibility and North by Northanger. This is a really cute, historical, cozy mystery series where Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy, now married, the main characters from Pride and Prejudice, solve crimes. And along the way, they meet the main characters from Jane Austen's other novels. In this book, they will meet the characters from Sense and Sensibility, and this book will reference the characters from Northanger Abbey. Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy are my favorite fictional couple, I believe, of all time, and Pride and Prejudice is my all-time favorite book. I also absolutely love murder mysteries and historical murder mysteries, so when I first discovered there was a series where my favorite ship investigate murders together, I just knew it was something that I had to check out. I have the first book, Pride and Prescience, up there, and while I thought that book was just a 3-star read, I did think it was still a lot of fun, and I felt like the way the author wrote Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy was very true to their selves in the original novel. I have heard that the books get better later in the series, so I am excited to continue reading the series. Next, I finally purchased Galatea by Madeline Miller. This is a very tiny, very small little story. I'm not sure how many pages it is. Oh god, not even 50 pages. So it is just a short story that was published individually, and I am very excited to read it because Circe by Madeline Miller is one of my all-time favorite books. In ancient Greece, the marble sculpture of a beautiful woman, Galatea, is given the blessing of life. Her sculptor marries her, and they have a daughter together, but the sculptor is a controlling and jealous man who does not want Galatea to know the world. In a desperate bid to control her, he locks Galatea away and keeps her under the constant supervision of doctors and nurses. Galatea, however, yearns for independence. She has a daughter to rescue and is determined to break free, whatever the cost. I do not know much about the story of Galatea. I believe this story is the inspiration for Pygmalion and indirectly My Fair Lady. I am very excited to read this though because I love Madeline Miller's writing. I think she writes so beautifully, and when I am reading her books, I'm just constantly struck by a beautiful turn of phrase here or there, and I have heard really good things about this short story, so excited to read it very, very soon. It shouldn't take me long at all. Next, I also purchased The Case of the Murderous Dr. Cream, The Hunt for a Victorian-Era Serial Killer by Dean Jobb. This is a non-fiction Victorian true crime story I am very eager to pick up. So in that reading vlog I made where I read books that were recommended to me by Goodreads, one of the books I read was A Taste for Poison by Neil Bradbury, which is a nonfiction book about different poisons and the killers throughout history who have used them. One of the chapters discussed the crimes of Dr. Thomas Neal Cream, and I thought the story was honestly fascinating. It had so many twists and turns. This man was finally arrested for murder in England, but it is believed that he killed people in Canada and the United States as well. It's just truly a wild story, and it was my favorite story from that entire book. So, seeing that there was an entire nonfiction book about Dr. Cream and his crimes, I knew it was something that I needed to read for myself. In the span of 15 years, Dr. Thomas Neal Cream murdered as many as 10 people in the United States, Britain, and Canada, a death toll with almost no precedent. Poison was his weapon of choice. Largely forgotten today, this villain was as brazen as the notorious Jack the Ripper. Structured around the doctor's London murder trial in 1892, the case of the murderous Dr. Cream exposes the blind trust given to the medical practitioners, as well as the flawed detection methods, bungled interrogations, corrupt officials, and stifling morality of Victorian society that allowed Dr. Cream to prey on vulnerable and desperate women, many of whom had turned to him for medical help. I think this is going to be a really interesting read, hopefully with lots more detail than the little snippet I got in A Taste for Poison. And I did sample the first chapter before purchasing this. It seems like it will be written in a very accessible and engaging way, so I'm excited to pick this up and let you all know what I think of it. And finally, I also purchased A Man Lay Dead by Nigo Marsh. This is the first in her Inspector Roderick Allen series. I purchased this for a vlog I am hoping to do in the coming months, where I read some of Agatha Christie's contemporaries from the golden age of mysteries. During this time period when murder mysteries were really just at their height of popularity, there were several female crime authors who were referred to as the queens of crime, one being Agatha Christie, of course, but the other three being Marsh, Dorothy L. Sayers, and Marjorie Allingham. So my idea is for this vlog, I will read books by those other three women who were, at the time, held up with Agatha Christie as some of the best female crime writers out there, but aren't as popular today with the general public. This book is the first in the Inspector Allen mystery series, like I said, and I have been searching far and wide for a copy so that I could do this vlog. I still need to get my hands on a Marjorie Allingham, but once I do that, I will be ready to go. I hope that this will be an enjoyable reading project for me. The plot of this one actually sounds really interesting as well. So it says on the back that this takes place at a country house party between the two world wars. Servants bustling, gin flowing, the gentlemen in dinner jackets, the ladies all slink and smolder. Even more delicious, the host, Sir Hubert Handlesley, has invented a new and especially exciting version of that beloved parlor entertainment, the murder game. But first, of course, one has to get there. And to quote the intrepid young heroine, fond of whipping round the country in her roadster, "Who's for fresh air and the open road and the wind on the health and whatnot?" So it seems like this mystery is going to take place at a country house where a group of people have gathered together for a murder mystery party where one of them actually gets murdered. And does that not sound like a super fun setup for a delicious classic British mystery? I hope that I will enjoy this. I think the premise sounds really fun. So these are the books that I bought myself for my birthday this year. I am very excited to read all of them. Have you read any of these books? If so, do let me know what you thought of them. And if you don't know what to comment but you're still watching, why don't you comment? How about a cake emoji in the comments, since it will be my birthday when you're watching this. So if you're still here and you don't know what to comment, leave a cake. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. My social media links are in the description if you want to follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, or be my friend on Goodreads. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a happy rest of your day. Bye, and I'll see you in the next video.